Hi, my name is Julia Day, and I am a victim advocate and the volunteer coordinator at the North Star Advocacy Center. For those of you who don't know, North Star is an advocacy center for survivors of domestic violence and sexual violence. So that is anyone who has experienced domestic violence or sexual violence or is currently experiencing domestic violence and sexual violence, and they need some help on where to go. They need safety or just steps on what to do next and how to get to a safer place. And so we would not be able to provide services to survivors of domestic violence or sexual violence without our volunteers. And so this week is actually National Volunteer Appreciation Week. So we just wanted to spend a few minutes thanking our volunteers. Our volunteers sacrifice their time and energy for us, for this community. Our volunteers will come in and cover shelter after hours. So before the pandemic, we were open to the public Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if we had a client in shelter, we needed someone trained in our domestic violence and sexual violence dynamics 101 and training on shelter coverage and crisis hotline coverage to stay overnight with our clients. And so our volunteers do that, and our interns. And so they are sacrificing their time that they could be getting dinner with a friend or with family, sacrificing going to basketball games or ball games with their kids to stay and cover shelter. And that is directly impacting our Northwest Missouri community for the greater good, but it is still a sacrifice. And so think on beautiful weekends where you could be at, the park and things. Our volunteers will come in and cover shelter. And we are so thankful for that, because as staff, we can't stay at the center for 24 hours a day. That is just unhealthy, and just logistically, that wouldn't work. And so we heavily rely on our volunteers to come and help us out. And so working at the Advocacy Center, the first thing you'll get to know is that you can't plan a crisis. Anything can happen at any time. And so often my role as a coordinator, I have to call volunteers sometimes at 11 o'clock at night and say, hey, I'm so sorry, this is short notice, but we just got someone, can you come and stay tonight? Or having to call everyone or text everyone every weekend just to set up coverage for the next week, or having to call people to carry our hotline for when we don't have our clients in shelter. So right now, during this pandemic, we are not in the office, we're working from home, but we still need someone to carry our hotline in 24/7 since no one is in the office to answer it. And so we've been having volunteers and interns who will sacrifice their time and take this hotline and be available to answer it at 3 in the morning or at 3 in the afternoon. And so those are huge things that our volunteers do for us, and it greatly impacts our culture. It impacts this Northwest community, and so we are so thankful. We also have volunteers who will help us move. They will either lend their trucks, or they will help us move our clients from shelter or from an unsafe place to a safe place, where we're moving bedding and all these things that we get donated from our wonderful donors throughout this community. We have things that we can set up our clients to live, but we need help moving that. And so our volunteers will sacrifice their time and their energy again to help us move. Something that our volunteers also help out with is leading support group. So once a week we have a support group for those who have experienced domestic violence, and it's on Thursdays at 1. So right now it's taking place over Zoom, but we have our volunteers who will prepare content for that and come in and lead that, and that is a huge help, and we greatly appreciate that.
Hi, this is Janine from North Star Advocacy Center. I'm a victim advocate, and I just want to give a big shout out to all the volunteers that come and help us here at the center. And especially, I work with donations and groups and come in and do big projects. So I especially want to thank Northwest Missouri State University. They provide the football players and the basketball players to come help us with big lifting and moving projects. And Joe Quinlan usually organizes that. So big shout out to Joe Quinlan. Thank you for helping us with that. And I also want to thank the other groups that come in to help with Christmas shop and cleaning and things like that. It's just really awesome to have you come help us out. I used to be a volunteer, so I know sometimes you don't feel like it's kind of a thankless job, but it's not. But we really do appreciate it, and you and your time. It's not taken for granted, and we do notice the hard work that you do put into it. And a lot of the jobs we just could not do without your help. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Hi, my name is Abby Stoll, and I'm an advocate at North Star Advocacy Center. I just want to say thank you so much to all of our volunteers for everything that you guys do for us. You keep us going, and we truly couldn't do it without you.
My name is Megan Cosman, and I am a court and victim advocate. I want to say Happy Volunteer Appreciation Week. Special thank you to all of our volunteers and our interns, because you guys rock. You guys are tremendous. You provide great help, whether it's indirect services, so whether you're cleaning the shelter, whether you're sorting through donations, whether you are helping a client move, right down to direct services when you are on call 24/7 by answering our hotline, or when you stay all night with clients and you sit up with them and you talk with them and help them work through some problems, or when you just invite them to come out of the room to watch a movie with you so you can find a way to connect with them. That is just so helpful. It's so appreciated. I know a lot of our volunteers are helping run support groups right now. We have one that's helping lead the sexual assault support group. We have multiple volunteers who help run our WINGS group and the domestic violence group. And so your work is just so tremendous, and it is so appreciated. And also thank you to the volunteers and the interns who just are sometimes a listening ear to the staff as well. That is very much appreciated and very much needed. So that does not go unseen, and we so need that sometimes. I started off as a volunteer at North Star, as did a couple other of my coworkers, and through that volunteer work, I found this passion where I really like the field of domestic and sexual violence and feel passionate. So thank you so much, and I hope that you guys have found a passion and you've learned a lot with your time with us, and I hope that you continue to be with us, or continue if you're moving away, if you're graduating, that you continue in the field and just provide the passion that you've shown us and the people that we serve, because the world needs more of you. Thank you.
I'm Linda Matson, and I'm the director at North Star Advocacy Center. And I want to give a shout out to all of our volunteers. Not only does their time help us serve clients better, but we also can use their hours as a match for our grants, and a lot of people don't realize that. So their time is so valuable for us. So thank you, volunteers, for all you do.
So truly, I just want to thank all of our volunteers for your sacrifice, for your initiative, for your hard work, and for the compassion and empathy that you are bringing to our clients and to everyone here at the North Star Advocacy Center. So thank you.